On Saturday, the 5th of August 2006, Chillum Woods Sound embarked on a project called Kulinda Obuhangwa, Runyoro for preserving culture. The aim was to help preserve some of Western Uganda's cultural heritage by inviting traditional musicians from Kigadi in Kabale district to record with us. Chillum Woods Sound is a music production company based in Uganda that specializes in contemporary African music, especially Ugandan acoustic world music styles and African roots reggae. The team for this project consisted of the directors Gadava Woods and Akiki Romeo, accompanied by Dr. Noel Sturry, who travelled from the UK to assist. This trip was a precursor to a much more extensive recording project that Chillum Woods Sound intends to carry out in 2007. Western Uganda has a great diversity of musical cultures over a relatively small area, and little of the music, if any, has ever been documented. This first trip allowed us to explore our recording techniques, test logistics, and produce some initial recordings which, in the form of an album and this DVD documentary, will help us to secure support and funding to carry out the major project later this year. We hope to also produce a high-quality DVD documentary of the main project, as we believe that the rich musical heritage of Western Uganda will be of interest to many people all over the world. The recordings will be selected for a commercial Chillum Woods Sound compilation, and all recordings will be offered for free to music libraries and academic institutions in East Africa and further afield. We're on. We set off from Kampala on the long drive through the beautiful green Ugandan countryside.
Nothing is obstructing your vision.
Yeah, it is, all of it.
All of it is obstructed.
Yeah. Can't see much out the back window, you know. Thanks, Ishmael.
Is it better now?
Yeah, a little. I have the... Encountering tropical storms. Potholes. And near misses en route. After a few hours, we were on dirt roads, driving through real Africa, with the reggae music accompanying us on our bumpy journey. We were all concerned for the simple but delicate studio packed up in the back. As we travelled deeper into the bush, through tiny villages, rolling hills and dense rainforest, Akiki remarked that it reminded him of what his grandmother used to tell him. Stories of people walking long distances through the bush, carrying water on their heads, that the simple life in the country has remained relatively unchanged for thousands of years despite the rapid development and subsequent erosion of ancient cultures in the cities. After our long journey, we finally arrived at our home and workplace for the next few days, the Uganda Rural Development Trust site at Kagadi in Kibale district. We set camp, ate delicious and very welcome local food, lit the fire, and pondered the next few days. Little did we know what unique discoveries we would make.
Mulinkaha! Mulinkaha!
The following morning we woke to damp weather, which was to remain with us for the entire trip, except for the break it gave us for our outdoor party on the final afternoon.
Just a little more time, and I'm coming home.
We took breakfast and headed across the site to the Kagadi Kibale community radio station. We had been granted access to a room, but most importantly, power. The site is also home to a school for orphan girls, a farm, carpentry workshops, a maize mill, a capacity building centre for community extension workers. Most of these projects are funded by non-governmental organisations. Indeed, the radio station is primarily a public service station, giving vital local information and news from around the world, with music and, more importantly, no advertising. We could not have embarked on the project without the goodwill of so many people there, and the welcome we received was the warmest imaginable. The night before, we had feared that maybe hundreds of people may arrive, following invitations announced on the community radio for traditional acoustic musicians to be recorded and produced by Chillinwood Sound for free. Then we wondered if anybody would come at all.